feel as though she might have dropped a shot to the field by not making birdie there, but she can't do anything about it now. Brooke Henderson is back on the birdie train. Goju Kim, major champion. Shan Shan Feng, major champion. Alison Lee is coming up with the possibility of a 9 under par round. She's coming up her final hole. It's all going on in round 3 at Mirror. Great to have your company for the 3rd round action of the Fubon LPGA Taiwan Championship. We're watching joint overnight leader Hee Young Park. 3rd shot at the par 5 12th. And from that distance, she is not going to be thrilled with that at all.
And now it's hit that little mound there. It spun back, caught the mound, and look how...
Tomorrow, she always plays with the #1 ball on the final day. And hopefully replicate that sort of effort on Saturday. Long range for Hee Young. And just a little tester left for her. Her day has not been especially what she would have asked for too. Yes, she's under par for the day, but when you're only 1 under, we've said it several times throughout the day, everything at the moment of all of the players up near the top of the leaderboard. In the top 20, only 1 is over par for the day, and that is So Yeon Yu.
Well, most players on 13 are electing to fly it over the green fairway bunker. It's a better line from which to attack. And given how still it is today, you can go with 3 wood. The crowd like this drive, and it's a good shot from Hee Young Park.
Kate, we just saw a few drops of rain before. Is it still continuing out there?
Just a couple of drops, but I can't tell you how lucky...
Stuff. Even though there have been birdies on holes 13 through to 17, they are amongst the most difficult in the rankings on the golf course. So now's the time where the metal is about to be tested. Hannah Zhang has passed every test offered to her so far. Out in 31, she's 7 under for the day. She leads. Spectacular rounds from Alison Lee, who's recorded at 64. Jodie Ewart-Shadoff of England has the round of the day, a magnificent 62. It has been a birdie blitz on day 3 at Miramar, and several of the world's best are flying high.
Hee Young Park, her 2nd into 13. Great angle in here. Ball a little bit below her feet. Well, a similar result to that of Shan Shan Feng just a few moments earlier.
7 birdies without a blemish for her. Hee Young, at just 1 under par for the day, has had just the 2 birdies, and one of those negated by a bogey at 11. We mentioned at the start of our coverage today, 29 years of age. She hasn't won for a little while, but she showed great composure under pressure yesterday when things just got a little bit wobbly mid-round. She was able to get things back on track again. Sign of a very good player. She had her career moment going back a few years ago where she won the season-ending championship and had the biggest check of her career. Immediate matters now for Hee Young. She needs to start getting something going between here and the house. This to get back to within 5.
Oh, that looked good all the way, didn't it? Right until the dying moments. Such has been really the last, well, 15 holes, even the last few holes yesterday. Put together 2 very nice rounds of 69s, the first 2 rounds, and, well, looks a little out of sorts by comparison today.
To appear on the cards now in that stretch that we were talking about, which makes Hannah Zhang's lead even more important at 4 shots over Shan Shan Feng and Leanne Pace. So it's Korea, China and South Africa at the top of the board. Canada is represented, Japan is represented, England's up there as well. So, Hannah Zhang, our leader by 4. You're watching 3rd round coverage of the Fubon LPGA Taiwan Championship, and Sandy McKenzie is back in the box with us.
Hee Young Park from long range here.
Well, this is a triple breaker for Hee Young Park. He's going to go right to left to right, then back again.
Certainly did all that.
Yeah, left herself a little bit of work as well. Golf though, Leanne Pace, very solid.
And she's looked really comfortable out there too. Par saver for He Young. Nicely done. So she's hanging in there, not threatening the 3 or 4 at the top, but she's up in that tie for 5th. If she can hang around, who knows what can happen with the done. And you can see that frustration evident with her as she hands the putter over to Tom and says, weave your magic with this, please, Tommy. Can you do something with this club? Had she been able to do something with it, she would be a lot closer to Hannah Jang, but at the moment, nobody's really close because the young lady from Korea leads by 4.
You don't want to be.
And a slight fade on the ball from He Young Park. So it's going to travel down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can have a slightly hanging lie, ball above the feet.
Still in good shape.
Way back left.
Wonder whether she thought she got all of that just judging by a reaction. It was straight enough. Second for He Young at 15. Accessible pen. Very accessible pen. One of the best shots we've seen all week.
Just catches this beautifully. Little bit of a slopey lie. You can see there the ball's below, above her feet. Wonder at the end of the day, does So-Young go to the practice putting green, or does she just throw that putter in the bottom of the bag? And oh, I don't know. I think I'd have to head to the bar. It's been a shocker of a day for her today on the greens.
But when you've only got putts of a foot for birdie, that makes it a bit easier. What a shot in from He Young Park. One of the best shots we've seen all week. And that birdie takes her up to outright 5th. And she is 5 shots adrift of the lead and very much in contention. Up into the top 11 on the leaderboard. This is what it looks like. One act affair at the moment for Hannah Jang, the way she's going about it. She's got her celebration planned. She might have to rehearse it tonight, the way things are going with this.
Very vibrant and bubbly and a real adrenaline player. And then she gets the fantastic kick out of the thick rough, which doesn't normally happen.
Well, sometimes when it's your day, it's just your day. And you look at what's happening to So-Young, and at the complete opposite end of the scale is what's going on for Hannah. But she's making her own luck in lots of cases today. He Young, 6 back.
Really nice contact there from He Young. Again, down the left-hand side. Again, the more difficult angle coming in. You don't leave yourself a lot of room coming in over those bunkers with a bit of a downhill slope. It's a very small area back left of this green.
Not a blemish on her card. 4 birdies for Leanne Pace. Hannah Jang setting the standard to which everyone else is aspiring, though. Jodie Ewart-Shadow's got it around in 10 under par today. Now, I've just had score correction for Alison Lee as well. Her round was a 7 under par round of 65, but still very good nonetheless. Hannah Jang's happy, but even those chasing her are still...
0.12. And
Alison Whittaker has made her way out onto the golf course to watch He Young Park playing her second shot at 16.
155 to the pin for He Young. This one looks very nice. Great contact, headed just left of the pin.
Well, she's got those irons dialed in after what we saw of her approach at 15. 2 excellent shots from He Young. On a day where a lot of people have played impressive golf, she might very well come up with the best round of the day, and that's saying something.
9 under so far today. Extraordinary. He Young. Rain starting to fall. Oh, that was a wide. Disappointing after such a good shot into 16. But He Young's one who normally does, in this position, make a lot of birdies. And she's only 2 under on today's round. Just 3 birdies on the card.
we've been saying all day that you really need to make any sort of impression, probably 5 under or better. That's how hot the scoring has been today.
Now He Young.
This is a really good looking shot for He Young, headed straight at the pin.
Oh, how's her irons been going the last 3 holes?
Been absolutely extraordinary stuff. She's
And it's hard to watch because she's such a popular player and everyone loves her demeanour. But it's been such a forgettable day for the former US Open champion. Not so for Hannah Zhang. She's taken all before her. She's got a birdie putt coming, despite the fact that her reaction indicated that the ball might have been going anywhere. She's 9 under par for the day.
She's a Scot. She knows how to play all those sorts of difficult shots.
And He Young Park has been making iron play look as easy as you could possibly make it look. Her last 3 holes have been spectacular. And so she's going to have a real task going into Sunday. She's tied 26th.
Well, it sounded like a bit of a clunky hit there from He Young. Will find the fairway just on that left side.
Maybe she should have taken iron off the tee the way she's going.
Let's take a look at this swing. It's a lovely, neat, tidy swing of He Young Park. Just goes to the top there, just comes across a little bit, but it's just a swing that repeats all the time. It's very simple, uncomplicated.
According to those folk at the Weather Bureau, they've got it right over the first couple of days, and they were pretty right today. Hannah Zhang has been singing in the rain the way she's been going. Shan Sham with the opportunity of closing that gap to 5 shots. We'll be back for that shortly, but they're all not that club that's the problem, is it?
No, it is not that club that's the problem. It is just one in her bag, that little flat stick.
.220 to the front here for He Young. This one out to the right side as well with a good angle, but it's going to be a full yardage in.
That's the voice of Alison Whittaker on the golf course, who could make it rain in the Sahara simply by stepping on it.
Yeah, she's
To the end of our 3rd day, so let's bring you up to date with what has happened and what has shaped the lead.
Well, He Young Park was playing some really spectacular irons, played this shot well out to the right off the tee, gave herself a good angle in here at 15, and that was an absolute beauty. It almost went in for a 2. It was the easiest of birdies.
To 9 under par for the day. That's what's been happening over the last hour. And the other thing that's been happening is rain and plenty of it. Hannah Zhang making her way up the final hole with a 5-shot lead. Will she have more than that going into the final round? We're about to find out.
He Young Park's 3rd shot. You see what a good look you have if you just play out to this right-hand side all the way down the length of this green. It's 32 paces from the front of it to where the flag is. Straight over the top. Gives herself another good chance for birdie. Her iron play has been really quite spectacular. The adrenaline's been pumping. We've just got a little bit of a chat going on here as to replacing the ball of He Young that So-Yeon hit as a ball spun back.
So He Young's ball will be replaced and So-Yeon's ball will stay where it was. Yeah.
But I think they're both pretty much going to be in this, like she's trying to put it on top of the other marker because So-Yeon's virtually finished.
And yes, side by side, there you go. Side by side we stick together. And this is the reason why. This was So-Yeon Yu's ball landing and spinning back and a little kiss.
So it was very easy to work out where the ball was because it virtually replaced it. So, and now He Young is going to move hers because So-yeon's not going to be able to putt, of course, if she doesn't, because of the marker.
Looks like they're playing checkers out there.
It does, doesn't it? Just working out who's going to go first. I'm confused now because there's bees and a bit of glitter and glamour all over the... I've got no idea what they're doing.
And so now they've finally worked out the places, and So-yeon will move her marker one putter head length away.
Yeah, it looked like He Young's was just on the left-hand side of So-yeon's, and so she's just, you know, it's just like, I'll go first. I don't really care. It's just who's got the least distraction, I think, from the marker.
Familiar routine, and a lot of the players use it these days, trying to just find with their feet the lay of the land, just to find out which way the land is going. And also, He Young normally picks a spot halfway between where her ball is and the hole.
Yeah, some players, there's a number of different ways of doing it, and you see she's just trying to get a feel. I just find when it's so flat like that, I can't feel any different. I mean, it's just something that they're taught to do. And, you know, as far as picking spots, some players will pick a spot that's 6 inches in front of the ball. That's what I have to roll over, you know, just disregarding the hole. Some will find it halfway down, and it's just, it's what suits. I mean, anything really goes with putting. It's just how you visualize the best way of the line that you've got.
And other players will think in terms of balls outside the edge of the cup.
Yep.
One ball outside left, 2 balls outside right.
Exactly, Pete. So it just is simply up to the person as to what suits their eye and their thought process the best.
So, having explained all of that, it should be pretty easy to pop it in the hole.
I would think so.
And she's done that very effectively in the closing holes. This for a 3rd birdie in the last 4 holes for Hee Young Park, and a share of 2nd. Oh no.
That's not the way you want to finish. Hee Young leaving one short, very makeable. That will be frustrating.
She's probably thinking, well, if only I had to move my marker up another centimetre.
But
Still a good round.
Yeah, it is a good round of 69. I mean, she is someone who can really string birdies together. So on a day where scoring was there for the taking.